So Annie Idibia is back, and this time around, she has finally dumped Tuface Idibia. You guys might be like, I thought Tuface dumped her, a few weeks ago. If you know how Annie Idibia was with Tuface, you would understand why it's a big deal that she used her hand to finally dump him. You guys know what has been happening between Tuface and Annie and the new lady in the picture, the Edo State lady, who is now in Tuface's life. They're not hiding it anymore. They have been seen around in town, shopping, going places, clubbing, singing, just a lot of things. I don't think Tuface is missing like his mother thought or said he was, because Natasha is everywhere with Tuface, or should we say Tuface is everywhere with Natasha. A few weeks ago, Tuface came on social media and said that his marriage to Annie Idibia was done, and that was the week Annie faced a lot of backlash on social media after her show was airing. Annie Idibia was facing, people were talking about her attitude, her character on the show. In fact, people were dragging Annie that week, and Tuface chose that time to come and say, that his marriage to Annie Idibia was over. Just shortly after that, we saw a video of him engaging or proposing to Natasha and all that. I'm sure that people followed the story, but the good news right now is that people were saying that Annie is going through a lot. She's in rehab, she's having some issues, but we don't know all that for a fact. But the good thing is that Annie was not even on social media all this while when Tuface was saying all that he was saying, but Annie has finally come back, and she posted a picture and a message on her Instagram handle. This is what she said. The picture said, "Thank you." Then Annie Idibia said, "To my family, to my friends who came through for me, the support system I have now, all my amazing family here and all over the world. God bless you for the outpouring of love. I appreciate every single one of you, and I do not take any of it for granted. May the universe continue to be in your favor. God bless you all. Lots of love. Annie Uwana Macaulay." So you see, finally, they have flung the name Idibia where it belongs, because somehow you cannot come out publicly and deny me and everything that I am, and I will now come and be dragging your name. So right now, in fact, somebody said in the comment that I knew you as Annie Macaulay for a very long time. Like the Idibia name was even something we had to learn. And me, I actually knew that I liked the whole name Annie Macaulay. And this is not me saying that I wish their marriage had ended. It is what it is. But Annie Macaulay is a name even before Annie Idibia. I think Annie Macaulay achieved a lot as Annie Macaulay self. So yeah. And this is not even us saying that these are easy times for her. These are going to be hard times. You guys know how Annie has been about Tuface. In fact, even in one of the shows a few years ago, Tuface said he was scared of Annie's love. To show the kind of love that she loved him. She was always saying till death do us part, it's going to be a life thing. In this lifetime is you. It looked like Tuface was her life. Everything that they've been through. They met at a very early age. Tuface had all his kids, apart from her kids, before her. So she was there with Tuface, and he was with other women too. He would have children with them. He would come back to her. She was like a rebound, part-time girlfriend. Whenever he finishes outside work, he would come back, and she was still there. Eventually, this whole thing dragged. And when they finally got married, like 12 years ago, people were so happy because they're like, oh, finally. Even though this was not the way things ought to be, but finally, maybe he finally saw that Annie was the one for him. Nobody expected that this marriage was going to end, even with all the back and forth, even with, times they would come out, have issues publicly. They still made up. They still went back to each other. It was like, oh, this is my African queen, and we're going to get married or stay married for the rest of our lives, which is why when Tuface came out and said that the marriage had ended, people were shocked. People were angry with Tuface because of the way he announced it, the timing. We even thought that was the worst that was going to happen. No. Tuface announced a proposal just days after announcing that he's married to his wife and it had ended. And it was as if the proposal was like, okay, damn everybody, I don't care what people say anymore. Like, it was a liberate. See, if I tell you something, I feel like Tuface and Natasha were waiting for that, for the whole this thing to go viral, because there have been rumors about the both of them, but they've been, denying or not saying anything about it. So when the thing actually happened, that he came out and said his marriage to Annie has ended, he was like, okay. Natasha was like, this is my turn. We're going to enjoy each other. According to Tuface, the marriage had ended way before, but I think they were hiding it and pretending. So Natasha was like involved when the whole world thought that Tuface was still with Annie Idibia. Let's wait and see how everything turns out. I'm happy for Annie Idibia. I like the support that she got from women, even people that did not like the whole relationship dynamics when they were in the relationship, how toxic it seemed sometimes. People didn't like it, but people just sympathized with her, knowing how much she has given her heart and her soul into this relationship, and just hated the way that her husband, who she trusted with her life, came out to announce that their marriage had ended. Just, abruptly, if you ask me. And moving on the way he moved on so quickly. When Annie, when it looked like this man is Annie's life, or more, I see that the man has plenty lives. Please share your thoughts, guys, in the comment section. I would just really hope that Annie moves on from this and, thrives and just really does great things with herself. Or more, all the best to Annie. Share your thoughts, guys. I'll see you in my next one.